morning and welcome to Live with Joy. I'm going to give it a few moments for everybody to find that post, and then we're going to get started with what we are doing today and what we have been doing for the entire week so far and what we'll continue to do to finish out the week tomorrow. So we'll just give it another moment, and you will see that I have a mat on the floor, and I will repeat this in a moment for everybody who starts to come on, but a mat is going to be what you need today, and also a light dumbbell. You can have a 3-pound weight, a 5-pound weight. You can have 3 and a 5-pound weight just to decide what you might want to use, see how it feels when we are in the moves. Today you will see what it is titled is Awesome Abs. It is all about the core today, and especially we're going to be firing up those abs with some difficult exercises today, but of course I will give you options. We are going to do some weighted and unweighted core work today, and we are really going to hit those abs in a strong way today, okay? So what we have been doing for this week so far is we had a push-pull leg split week. That means that we had upper body 2 days in a row where we worked the push muscles and the pull muscles. Yesterday we worked our lower body, so we got those legs in, and today we're going to hit that core, fire up those abs, and tomorrow we're going to get a nice strong cardio day in where we're going to elevate that intensity and get that heart rate up, okay? So today is all about that center and all about those abs. We are going to be doing all of the work on the floor today. We're just going to start by getting one stretch up on our feet, and then we're going to take it onto the floor, continue our warm-up down there, and then get into our circuits, okay? So I'm going to get that music started. And you don't need to start with anything right now. We're going to just take those shoulders and roll them back to start. Separate those feet so they're a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And we're going to go a few more times right here, rolling those shoulders back and down. One more time, get them down and hold. And then hinge forward to reach for that floor. Roll that back up and then open up that chest when you come up. And then reach down, lengthen out through the back of those legs. Come on up and open up through that chest. And continue to do that a few more times as you reach for that floor. Come on up, open up that chest. Let's go 3 more just like that. Reaching for the floor, coming up and opening up that chest. 2 more times right here. Reach for the floor as you hinge forward. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Open up that chest. And let's go one more time right here. Take it down. Come on up and open up that chest, and let's take it center right here and reach, 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 reach. Take it up. Really feel those sides extending as you reach. Take it up, 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 up. Bring it across the body, across, across. You want that little twist through the center as you take it across. Four, 3, 2, reach it back up and up, up, up. Good, feel that center stretching through those sides. Right here, really lengthen, lengthen. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll those shoulders back, right back to those shoulder rolls. Good. 2 more times right here. Last 2. Last 1. And we're going to take it onto all fours on the ground. So start to make your way onto that floor. And we're going to take it into all fours position right here. Get those wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. And I want you to tuck the chin, round out that spine, and then look up and hollow it out. 3 more times. Touching and round that spine. Look up and hollow it out. 2 more times. Round and hollow. 1 more time. Round and hollow out. Good. Curl those toes under right here. We're going to sit back on those heels and bring those arms forward. And then from here, we're going to pop it up and into a plank if you can. Or you can stay on your knees if you need to. And then sit back on those heels again. Stretching back. Come on up and rising into that plank. And move through those 2 moves right here. Lift. And sit it back. Lift. And sit it back. Up into that plank. Or keep the knees down as you come up right here. Moving through those 2 moves. 2 more times. Lift. And 1 more time. Lift right here and hold that plank position just for a moment if you can. Knees down if if you need to. Good, strong center, pull that belly in. Good, press that chest up and away from that floor. 4, 2, come to your knees, sit back on those heels, and relax. All right, watch me. We're gonna be starting our first circuit with a dumbbell. We're gonna hold that dumbbell in both hands, and we're gonna lower down. Now you can keep the feet on the floor if you need to, but we're gonna try to extend them up and go for toe reaches right here with that crunch. So come up as high as you can, bringing that weight up and towards those toes. And again, if you need to keep those feet on the floor, just do your crunch from here, okay? Second exercise, we're gonna bring those knees underneath that weight. We're gonna extend and lengthen them out, drive them underneath that weight. As we come in and underneath that weight, you wanna lift that bottom up just slightly off of that floor. If it's too much to extend the legs, you'll place the feet to the ground and bring those knees in and under that weight, okay? So you don't have to extend the legs if it's too much. So you're gonna start with the feet on the floor or those legs extended up to reach that weight up and towards the ceiling or the toes in 3, in 2, and 1. So now first circuit right here, 30 seconds for every exercise, just as we've been doing all week. Let's start to fire up those upper abs right here as we reach for those toes. And if those legs up are too much, just place those feet on the floor, but continue to lift those shoulders up and reach that weight up towards that ceiling. So you're gonna have 4 sets of everything, 2 exercises that we're gonna superset together. Right here, good. Now, you're gonna bring those knees underneath that weight from here. Extend and lengthen those legs out. Drive those knees underneath the weight. And we want to try and get that lower back slightly off that floor as we drive those knees in towards the chest and underneath the weight. If you can't extend the legs, placing the feet to the ground in between each one instead of extending out. Good, so you should already be feeling fire in that center. Good, get that last one in. And from here, extend the legs up, keep the feet to the ground if you need to. And again, lift, reaching for the toes or for those ceiling. Already in that second set, I can feel those abs really starting to get that work and fire up. So we're gonna alternate between weighted and non-weighted circuits. So right now we have our weighted circuit. Our next circuit will be unweighted without the weight. And we're gonna finish up with 2 circuits, not weighted. Good, hold here. Get those knees underneath that weight. Drive those knees into the chest. Extend the legs out. Or again, just drop those feet onto the floor. Good, if you need a rest, take a rest at any time and come back in when you can. Good, hang in there and think about each move one at a time. Breaks if you need to. Take that weight down if you need to. Good, now again, feet can either be on the floor or extended up right here. And reach in for those toes. Set number 3 right here. Starting to really feel those abs burning as you try to lift up. Keep reaching, you got 10 more seconds right here. Set number 3. Good, get that last one in. And take those knees in and underneath the weight right in towards the chest. Extend the legs out or take those feet to the floor. Head is resting on this one right here. Keep breathing through it. Make sure you've got breath. Inhale and exhale through those moves. Good, feet to the floor or legs extended up for your final set right here. Reaching up for the ceiling or those toes. One more set to go. And then we get to rest it out as we find out what our next 2 exercises are gonna be. And you are going to feel those abs today. That's why I'm calling it awesome abs. It is an awesome ab workout. You will definitely hit those abs today with this one. Good, get that last one in. Take those knees underneath the weight and in towards the chest. Drive those knees in, extend and lengthen those legs out, or take those feet to the floor. And we're gonna lose that weight in a moment. Hang in there if you can, holding that weight straight up and over that chest. Remember, we're only working with a light dumbbell today. 3 to 5 pounds, probably at the most that you wanna work with. And release. Let's take that weight down. Reset the clock. Extend your arms out and get that little stretch right there. You're going to watch me for your second circuit of exercises. We're going to extend the legs straight. We're going to bring the arms up here. Now you've got an option too. Once again, just lift the shoulders up. Or if you can, from straight legs, lift and sit it up nice and tall. Arms extended up and towards that ceiling. And then nice and easy, lower back down right here. And then we're going to lift the shoulders up, hold our position here, and we're going to bring one knee in and bicycle those legs right here. Okay, if it's too much to have the extended legs, you're just going to switch your feet right there, okay? So let's start from extended legs on the floor, and again, either just lifting the shoulders up, really firing up those upper abs, still continuing, or all the way up right here, and then lower down one vertebrae at a time. Get set and go. Time is on that clock. Go for it. Just those shoulders up and down. Hi, guys. Looking good. Hang in there. Come on, you got it. Let's fire up those abs today, guys. Let's really start to define those abs out right here. Just lifting the shoulders with the arms extended or all the way up. You now have straight legs, which makes it harder for those abs to work, especially if you're coming all the way up to that seated position. Good, finish up that last one. And then right from here, if you can't, lift and hold the shoulders up and drive those knees in for those bicycle legs. Then you can let that head rest while you do the legs here, okay? Up here, if you can manage to hold. And again, if extending the legs are too much, switch your legs out here, 1 foot on the floor, 1 foot down. Here with those extended legs, if you can, alternating. Keeping those arms lifted, and if you can, those shoulders lifted as you breathe. You're gonna feel all that tension in your center and your abs, and relax. Good, let's extend those legs. Let's get those arms up, and again, just the shoulders lifted, or if you can, muscle up that energy to sit all the way up. You're really gonna find that control and strengthen your abs to get up and into this position. Keep those legs straight. That's what's going to force those abs to do the work to bring you up. Keep those arms extended. You don't want to bring them in front of you. You want to keep them extended up the entire time. Good. Lower down. Take a moment here. Now, if you can, lift the shoulders up. Drive one knee in and switch those legs out for those bicycle legs. And again, if it's too much there, switch. You can also keep the feet on the floor and alternate those knees to come in. Take the head down. If it's too much to hold it up, just take that head down and focus on the leg movement. Up here if you can, slight tucking of the chin, but you're not bringing that chin to the chest. You want to keep some space between your chin and your chest here. Good, and relax down, stretch, and lengthen everything out. Get those arms up right here, and again, just lifting the shoulders up, or lift all the way up to that seated position, and lower back down. Abs are at work. You're at set number 3. Should be feeling this. Good. Lower all the way down. And again, lift those shoulders up, one knee in, and extend those legs for those bicycle legs. Option 2, switching the foot that comes to the floor or keeping both feet down and alternating one knee at a time. So you decide where you want to be. Hardest one are going to be those bicycle legs that fully extend and then drive that opposite knee in while keeping those shoulders off the ground and those arms extended for 5 more seconds. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing and you're not holding that breath. And relax down. Extend those arms and legs. Take a moment there, lift those arms up, and let's go to that final set. Just lifting those shoulders up, or coming all the way up to that seated position, and then lowering back down. More seconds, getting in your last and final one. Good, lower down, and again, if you can, lift the shoulders up, take one knee in, switch and extend it out. You can do this slow and controlled. You can do it faster. Remember, we're working strength, not intensity. So I'm gonna think more strength, more control, slower movements throughout. And relax, guys. Good. Get that little rest in that center. I'm going to reset that clock, and we're going back to some weighted work. Watch me. We're going to grab our one light weight, and I'm going to give you options. If you need to keep that head on the floor, you can by passing that weight underneath, so head on the floor if you need to. Lift it if you can, or right here, coming all the way up and passing underneath that leg from the inside to the outside. Second exercise, we're going to take it in our right hand. Left leg's going to be extended, which means we bend the right leg. And then from here, we're going to extend up with one right here leg and reach for those toes. And if you can, lifting all the way up and really using those obliques to come on up, okay? So right here, we're going to start with extended legs. Weight is in that hand. Now again, keep the head down. Just lift the shoulders up or come all the way up as you pass in 3, 2, and go. Pass it over one leg and then pass it underneath the other leg. From one hand to the other, trying to come all the way up if you can. Just lift the shoulders or keep that head down if you need to at this point. And on that second exercise, we'll switch sides each time. Straight arm to straight opposite leg. We'll switch the sides that we're working with. Good. Get that last one in. I'm going to take it into my right hand. That means I'm going to bend my right knee. And from here, straight arm to straight leg, lifting just the shoulder. Or coming all the way up. And bringing that weight up to the opposite foot. My opposite arm is out to the side with my palm down. Find that control again. You don't have to come all the way up. Extend both legs, hold that weight in, and get ready to alternate passing underneath each one of those legs. Head down if you need to. Shoulders up as you pass, or sitting all the way up as you pass. So again, you decide depending on that core strength that you have and how you're feeling in the moment. Good, that last one in, make sure it comes into that left hand, which means that left knee is bent, right arm is out to the side, straight arm, straight leg, lifting that shoulder up, or coming all the way up as you reach for that foot if you've got that core strength to do so. Good, finish up that last one. Extend both legs, pull that weight in, starting from here as we pass the weight underneath that leg, keeping the head down if you need to, lifting the shoulders up if you can, or coming all the way up. Get that last one in. You're going to make it into your right hand. That right knee is going to be bent. Left leg is extended. And we're taking that weight over to the opposite leg. Just lifting that shoulder. Or if you can find that strength to lift all the way up and reach for that foot, you can. Good, that last one in, pull it down. You got one more set of each, passing that weight underneath that leg, keeping that head down, lifting those shoulders up, or sitting all the way up as you bring that knee in and pass that weight underneath. Good, getting that last one in. Make sure it comes into your left hand. Left knee is bent, right arm out to the side with that palm down. And again, either lifting just that shoulder as you reach for that opposite foot, or all the way up if you can. Last and final set right here. Good, you guys stay right there for 10 more seconds. You get some water and get ready to show you your next two exercises, okay? If you need water after this, go ahead and get it. And I'm gonna show you your next two exercises coming up. Stop right now, resetting that clock. Okay, watch me, we're still on our back. All right, our arms and legs are extended, but the arms are at the side with the thumbs up. We're gonna do what's called a hollow man. We're gonna tuck our chin in slightly, lift up just our arms, pinky fingers just hovering off the floor, and our right leg just hovering off the floor. Pull that belly down, and then lower down all the way, and lift the other leg. Okay, everything is just hovered barely off the floor, and then you're balancing on that belly and that other opposite leg that's on the floor, and lower down, okay? Second exercise, I'm gonna give you options for it, okay? We're gonna bend our right leg, and we're going to kind of rotate to the side a little bit. On that forearm is option number one, and we're bringing that hand to the inside of that foot. Now, option two, we're gonna lift it up here and really get deeper into those abs, and also work a little bit of body strength with the glutes and that upper body to hold you up, okay? But again, you don't have to be here. You can stay on that forearm, all right? And then we'll do the opposing side. So first thing that you gotta do is lower all the way down. Pinky fingers are on the floor, thumbs are up. We're going to tuck the chin and lift the pinky fingers up and that right leg. Hover for a moment until you feel that contraction. Lower down and lift the opposing leg. So alternating. You want to take about 3 or 4 seconds in that hold right here. Lower down and switch sides, 3 or 4 seconds in the hold on the other side. Everything just hovering except for that back and opposite foot that stays down. And really think about scooping that belly out here, pulling that belly down towards that floor, hollowing out that stomach. Good. Get that last one in, and now you're gonna prop up onto your left side, forearm down, or again, either way, bending that right leg, we're right here, or lift it up here, and work your abs from there. Head down on that forearm if you need to. Good, use those abs to hold you in position, whether you're here or you're down here with that bottom resting. You are on that left bottom, left butt cheek, right leg holding right here, and then lifting that arm and leg, And relax, back to the center, extending everything out. Pinkies down, and go. Lift and hover for about 3 or 4 seconds, scoop the belly down, and then relax, and then lift the other leg, and then lower down. Alternating that leg that comes up. Look at those toes as you come up. You want that slight tuck of the chin in, but you don't want it too hard. You still do want a little bit of space between that chin and that chest, but just a slight tuck in as you look at those toes. And release. So we want to rotate slightly to the right side, getting that left leg, staying down on the forearm, lifting that leg to the inside of that hand to the inside of that foot. Or again, if you want to make it harder, dropping yourself up here, more abs and more rest of the body at work to stay in this position here. Okay, but again, you don't have to maintain this if it's too much. Lower that body down, come onto that forearm, and stay here. Still gonna work. Those abs, inner thighs are gonna work as you lift that leg up, getting the inside of those legs for this one, but also those abs as you bring that hand and foot together. Let's come back to the center, pinkies down, thumbs up, and right here. Lift and hover, 3 or 4 seconds right there, scoop that belly down, and then switch sides. Make sure you're breathing and not holding that breath as you hold that position. Hold that belly down, really think about that ab scoop right here. It's just a hover. You're barely lifting everything that comes off of that floor. Really contracting through that stomach. Now again, on your left bottom, right knee bent, left leg extended on that forearm, lifting that leg to that hand. And again, if you want to make it even more activated, right here, as you lift up onto that full arm and you take that bottom off of that floor. Get that last one in, lower down, extend and lengthen out, pinkies down, thumbs up, shoulders down, and lift, hover, and hold. Scoop that belly down, and release. Lift that other foot, hold and hover, breathe, and relax. Good, make sure you get that breath. Good, just about 3 or 4 seconds in that hold. And then release. Take it onto your right bottom, left knee is bent, forearms down, staying here with that bottom down. Or again, if you want to make it stronger and activate more of those muscles in that body, right here. Get that last one in, and gently lower down, shake it out, and get ready for your last and final weighted circuit, which is going to be in the side plank position. Okay, so you can go for a light weight here, probably a 3-pound is good, 5-pound at the most. All right, watch me. Now, I'm going to give you an option here. I'll show you the harder one first, where we hold that arm up as we get this side plank lift. Right here. Bottom knee is going to be bent, top leg is going to be extended. Okay, if that's too much to hold the arm up, right here, just take the weight on the floor, keep your hands on the weight that's on the floor. Second exercise, we're going to keep it here, hips are going to stay elevated, and we're going to reach through, threading that needle as they call it as we come underneath, okay? If it's too much with the weight, just get rid of it. And if you want to keep that hip down here, you can do the same thing, just to keep that hip on the floor, okay? So option for the first one, weight is down, or weight is extended here. Make sure that elbow is directly underneath the hip, and you're going for just that hip lift up and down. Get set, and go. And you're changing sides every set. So you will not have to do this side 4 times. You're only gonna do it twice, starting with your first set right here. Good, weight down if it's too much to hold it up there the entire time. Good, relax a moment. Take the weight down if you need to. Lift and hold or keep that hip down. Thread underneath the body. Lift it up. Reach and lift. Good. Follow that weight or hand underneath as you rotate. And then lift back up. Good. One more time. And take it down. You want to make a nice quick change over to the other side. Keeping that weight down if you need to. Lifting it up if you can. And into that hip lift. Right here. Side plank lift. Take that weight down if it's too much to hold your arm up there. Good. Get that last one in. If you need to take the weight down, go ahead and take it down. Keeping the hip down or lifting it up. Thread through, twist and lift it up. Follow that weight or that hand as you thread. Good, get that last one in. Lower down and make that quick change over to the other side. Again, keeping that weight down or up. With or without the weight, you can get rid of the weight altogether if it's too much. We're adding that weight as an option if you'd like to. Challenge yourself by holding on to that weight. Good, release the weight if you need. Stay there if you can, hip down, or getting that hip up and threading underneath, rotating it up. Good, remember, rest if you need. Hang in there if you can. Get that last one in and make that quick change over to the other side. One more set right here. Weight down or weight up and that side plank lift right here. Your side plank work is done after this. Just one circuit of side plank exercises. Good, rest that arm if you need, keep it up there if you can, hip down, or getting that hip up in position to thread through and lift it up. Last and final set right here. And our weighted exercises are done. We're gonna finish up with 2 non-weighted circuits. Get that last one in nice and easy, lower down, and you can take that weight off to the side and relax as I reset that clock and show you your next 2 moves. All right, we are gonna come down onto the forearms. Now you've got an option here to stay on the knees or lift onto those toes, and we're gonna do some hip dips. So we're rocking those hips side to side. Then we're gonna come all the way down, rest the forehead on the left hand, right arm extended out, lift that right arm, opposite left leg, and then we'll change sides with each set, okay? And that's gonna activate the lower back, again, which is part of that core We always want to make sure if we're hitting those abs especially strong, we also want to hit those back muscles, the opposing muscles of those abs, okay? So let's all start on those forearms. And again, either staying on the knees or lifting into the toes and rocking those hips side to side, trying to touch that ground if you can. If not, just find whatever movement you have. You're in it right now. Okay, so if you were on the knees, same thing. Just rocking those hips from one side to the other. On the toes, just going to be a little stronger, activating those abs a little more, and that core a little more to stay on the toes in that plank position. And we're trying to take that hip from one side and rotate it over to the other for those hip dips. Good, get that last one in. Come center, knees down, lower down, rest your forehead on the left arm. Right arm is gonna come extended out. We're gonna lift that right arm and the left leg. Hold for about 3 or 4 seconds, just like that hollow man, and then come back down. Lift it and also extend and lengthen away from the body. Good, get that last one in. Slide those forearms underneath, curl the toes under. Lift to the knees or into that plank position, and give me those rotating hip dips right here. Look straight down to the floor, don't tuck that chin in. Don't try to look at those hips. If you do, just for a moment, and then get your neck back in alignment by looking straight down at that floor. Good, last one, lower down, drop down. We're gonna rest the forehead on the right hand now, extend the left arm, lift the left arm and the right leg, hold for about 3 or 4 seconds, and lower it back down. Feel that nice lower back strength to lift. Extend and lengthen, get some flexibility there if you can. Good, get that last and final one in. And slide back onto those forearms. Lift those hips up, knees if you can, and rotate through those hip dips. And look straight down at that floor. Good, to the center. Drop the knees if you're not already there. Left hand to the floor, forehead resting on the left hand. Right arm extended, left leg and right arm lifting, holding for about 3 or 4 seconds. And then back down. Good, slide it in, tuck those toes in, lift those hips, knees if you can, and rock those hips side to side. Last and final set. Watch that chin, make sure it's not tucked into that chest. Look straight down at that floor. Last and final set right here. Knees down if you need to. Good, get that last one in, knees down if they're not already. Take that right hand on the floor, forehead on top of that hand, left arm extended, lift the left arm, right leg, straighten it out, 3 or 4 seconds, and release. Last one, and release, bring it up. Sit back on those heels, take a a little moment right there while I reset the clock. And I'm gonna show you your last two final moves right here, guys, okay? Watch me. We are gonna take it into that plank position, and you may need to just hold right here or stay on your knees. We are doing ankle reaches, which is where we pop that hip up and then reach for the opposite. Now, if you can't reach, you're just gonna work on this move right here, lifting those hips up, okay? If you can't get those knees down, then you're gonna work right here. Same thing we did in our warm up, okay? You can also come here and lift it to the toes if you wanna make it a little bit harder, okay? That's the first move. Then we wanna get onto all fours, hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're gonna do a bird dog, which is the opposite arm and leg extension. So my thumb is up, my leg is extended out, take it down, and then immediately switch sides. And again, about a 3 or 4 second hold, okay? So get ready to move through those hip lifts, okay? Or that hip lift with that ankle reach. All right, get set in 3, 2, and go. You're on the clock. So again, you could just be moving here without letting the hands leave the floor. If you got that strong enough and you want to try to touch the opposite knee or ankle, then you're going to be here. If you want to just hold that plank or move from child's pose to plank, you can as well. Find that move that you can do, and then you can always progress from there as you get those planks stronger and stronger. Good. Come on to all fours. This is where we want to be next. Looking straight down, not tucking, not chin in. Opposite arm and leg, thumb is up. Hold for about 3 or 4 seconds. Take it in and switch to the other side. I want you to hold there, and I want you to try to get that full extension. And I'm going to flex my foot, so I'm really pressing out through my heel as well as I extend and lengthen out through that leg. Good, last one right here. Get ready to step into that plank. And again, move through just those lifts or those ankle reaches as you lift. You reach for the opposite ankle and alternate. Good, get that last one in. Come down on all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Opposite arm and leg extension, flexing that foot, pressing out through the heel, holding 3 or 4 seconds. Good, getting that nice strong balance and pulling it back in and switching sides. Alternating every time. Good, get that last one in, and get ready to take it into that plank position. Sit back in child's pose if you need to, just lifting the hips up and down, or if you feel strong enough there to allow that hand to come off the floor. See if you can touch that opposite knee or that ankle as you lift and drive those hips up to the ceiling. Finish up that last one. Come on to all fours. Get ready to extend and lengthen. Opposite arm and leg extension. Hold 3 or 4 seconds. And back in. Other side. Good, one more time, guys. You ready to finish it up? Plank position if you can. Holding, lifting those hips. And if you're strong there, see if you can add that reach to that opposite knee or all the way to that ankle. Finish up that last one. Come onto all fours. Set your position. And opposite arm leg extension. Hold 3 or 4 seconds. Thumb up. Foot flex. And switch. Straight down at that floor. That's where you want to look. Don't tuck that chin. Keep that neck in alignment with that spine. Come on, last set right here. You guys are all done after this. We're just going to give it a nice little stretch and finish it out. Good job, guys. Sit back on those heels. Bring the forehead to the ground. Lift those arms up and stay there for a moment. I'm just going to stop that clock. Stay right there in that position. Let that back stretch. And now I want you to rise the head up off of that floor. Stay in this position with that bottom back on those heels and walk those hands outside one side of your mat. And then walk them forward and really feel that stretch in your side. Keep the head off the ground for this one. You're not bringing the forehead to the ground, you're keeping it up. Just breathe into it and really press and keep reaching and pressing down towards the floor with your chest. Good, walk it back to the center and over to the other side. And hold right there again, press down. Good, walk forward, press, really feel that stretching happening. And walk it back to the center. Walk those hands out a little bit more. Try to bring the forehead to the ground if you can. If not, just wherever you feel comfortable staying. Get those elbows off the floor. Feel that nice stretch. And rise it up onto all fours. Again, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Neutral, neck and spine. And then from here, tuck the chin and round it out just as we did in our warm-up. And then look up and hollow it out. 3 more times, tuck it in and around. Look up and hollow it out. 2 more times, tuck it in and around. Look up and hollow. And 1 more time, tuck it in and around. Look up and hollow. And come back to that neutral spine. Walk those hands in towards those feet if you can, allowing that bottom to come up. And rolling that back all the way up to standing, or however you feel comfortable coming up is fine as well. Once you come up, roll those shoulders back, make sure you get acclimated to being up on your feet. Get those legs wide, take those hands on those thighs, pinch forward with a flat back hold, hands on those thighs, helping support you. And then round it up halfway, stretch and open up that vertebrae. And then take that flat back down and roll it all the way up, allow that head to come up last. Once you come up, roll those shoulders back and let's just stretch to those sides by inhaling up, lowering down the left, lifting and lengthening through that right side, feeling that stretch all the way down. And release. Inhale with both arms up. Exhale, lower the right arm, lift and lengthen through the left. Feel that stretch in that left side all the way up. And release. 2 deep breaths in right here. Exhale. 1 more time in. And exhale. You guys are all done with that awesome ab workout. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you felt the fire in those abs. But remember, it wasn't just about the abs, we got the entire core. But a very strong ab workout for the front and those obliques, upper, lower, and those oblique muscles today. Really, really gonna fire them up, shape them out, and make them strong, okay? So if you wanna do this workout again, over and over, and build strength in those abs, build strength in that core, feel free to do so by saving this workout, sharing it, or coming back to this page, clicking on videos, and you'll find the awesome abs workout here anytime that you want. Tomorrow is our last day of the week. I will be on location at the JCC. 9:30 is our start time. I'll also be virtual as well. But if you want to join me at the JCC, you do need to sign up and register for that class. So once again, go to miyjcc.org. Sign up for that class and come join me in person live. We are finishing out the week with cardio tomorrow. So think about getting that intensity up with our body weight moves, maybe some dumbbell moves that's going to fire up that heart, get that intensity up, get that body sweating and burning some calories tomorrow. So I will see you then. 9:30 once again is our start time. Thank you so much for joining me today. Live with Joy and awesome ab workout. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.